Welcome to the Friday Great Day Live. You all made it. I have some great guests here today. You can see the talented cast of teens in the upcoming CenterStage performance of 13 the Musical. This is a coming-of-age production with an unforgettable rock score. It's all about fitting in, standing out. Joining me now with more on this big show, actors Drew Ashley, Chase Phillips, and director of CenterStage, Aaron Silliman. Thank you all so much for being here today. You're making our Friday so smooth, right? Like, I can't wait to, I love just talking to like young actors about what you're doing and how you got into it. I mean, first up, Aaron, for folks that are maybe not familiar with 13 the Musical, what is it about?
Well, it's, as you said, a coming-of-age musical, coming-of-age story about a young 13-year-old boy who gets displaced from the busy New York City to the little town of Appleton, Indiana. So it's all about him confronting, growing up, making friends, losing friends, and really just how to be a good person. Yeah. And so he learns a lot along the way.
Right. I think we all need stories like that these days. Like,
absolutely.
I feel like even in the themes as adults, we can relate. And that sounds like this kind of production has like all these relatable things as well. Yes. All right, Drew and Chase, thanks for being on Great Day Live.
Thank you for having us.
So tell us like what part you play and what are you kind of infusing into that character to make it super special and stand out?
Yeah, so I play Evan Goldman. He's the one who moves from New York to Appleton, Indiana. I try to connect some of my real life experiences to my character. He's really complicated and he's just trying to fit in, and just using some of the things that I've experienced, and yeah, it's just, I'm just trying to incorporate my real life into my character.
How old are you?
I'm 14 years old.
You're 14, a year older than the character, right? Yeah. But there's a lot that you can certainly relate to that. We're looking at some of the rehearsal video right now. And Chase, who do you play? And how do you kind of infuse your own experiences into the character?
I play Eddie, and he's kind of like a bully. He's not the nicest person. He's
Wasn't
popular.
it fun to play that kind of a character, though?
Yes, it is very fun. So I would say I use, I guess, other people's way of acting, and also just like movies I've seen to like make it honest and not, just one-sided, because at the end of the day, everybody has a reason why they're acting a certain way.
Oh, that's such a good
So,
point.
Eddie has layers, even though he's kind of mean.
So how old are you? Like,
I'm 16.
Going on 35. That analysis, that was really great. And then how long have you both been acting, and why do you love to do this?
I've been acting since I was 5, and my first show was actually at CenterStage.
How about that?
Yeah, it's really fun. I really took after my sister. She really got me started in all of this, and because of her, I've really landed where I am now.
Very nice. So what about you?
I started in 2nd grade. I went to El Paso, so the Performing Arts School for elementary kids, and I was in Alice in Wonderland, and I was a Mad Hatter. And that's where I started. Yep, and it's been a great journey.
Right, and this has to be so fun to do. It's such a modern musical like this. Has that been like fun to do something like modern day?
Yeah,
definitely.
Okay, where are we going to see you guys like next down the road? What are your hopes, dreams, and ambitions in a minute?
I'd love to start making my own music. I just love pop music and stuff, and singer-songwriter and stuff, and I just really like to get into that. I just need some experience on music production, but I can get there.
Yeah, I love it.
I really want to start doing jazz music. I just love just the blues and the way it makes you feel. I want to also still do musical theater, but I'm really interested in maybe, I don't know, doing some improvisation and, singing and scatting and doing
why
all
not?
that. Yeah,
like,
why not?
Doing like a bunch of things, and then think of the next production that you're on, like all that experience you can bring to that character. I love it. Don't you just love working with young actors on production, right? Like, it gets me
This
just
just
so
scratches
motivated.
the surface, too. I mean, we have a cast of 19.
Like
so
with 19 teenagers.
Really,
Almost,
they're wonderful. I mean, they're so mature in their performing and also just in their way of learning. They are so open to new ideas, to direction, and they always encourage each other. I think that's what I've learned so much from this group of 19 kids, people, performers, is that they always encourage each other. And we need more of that.
You know,
in
and just
our
hearing
world.
like Drew starting on some of the CenterStage productions, I think that kind of reminds us of the rich history that CenterStage has,
Yes.
right? In bringing performing arts to audiences. I mean, it must be a thrill for you to kind of sit at the helm of that, right? Like that
Yes.
we know CenterStage for so many years and the
Yes.
quality of productions that you all bring.
Right.
It's really great.
We have such a history, such a foundation here in our community as providing quality theater arts. And now with moving into our new building, the Traeger family JCC,
Yeah.
where we have the opportunity to really have a new iteration, a new generation of actors and technicians and designers and shows.
And then finally, what do you hope people get out of this production? You know, whether they're young, old, you know, wherever they are in whatever walk of life, what do you hope they get out of it and walk away from?
Well, I think it's twofold. One, watching young actors, young performers bring something to life. You know, shows don't just happen. They happen with a lot of work and a lot of dedication. And this is a huge example of that, what that looks like. And then secondly, with the story, you know, it's, as you said earlier, this story of coming of age. I mean, we're always coming of age, and we're always learning how to be a better giver back to our community. You know, how can we love people? How can we just learn to be in where we are, whether that's New York or Appleton?
And it's starting next week, right?
Yes, it opens Thursday, February 23rd.
All right, Aaron, Drew, and Chase, thank you all so much.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck with what you guys are doing. We got to catch up like again and like see where are they now.
Please.
Absolutely, yes. To purchase your tickets, head over to jcclouisville.org/CenterStage.